Hey guys, it's Lori. How you doing? My phone is acting very strange tonight. I tried to record this video 3 times and I don't even know if this time it'll work. Anyway, pardon my appearance. I just got finished doing my exercises and stuff, and I didn't want to, get all together before I did this. Have you ever felt like there's almost like an invisible force? Like in a dream when you're trying to go forward and you're like, you're going as fast as you can, but it's like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Well, anyway, if you've been feeling like that lately, stay tuned because I want to talk about that. There is something going on. It's not in your mind. You're not crazy, at least not because of this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So we all know, especially if you've been paying attention to my videos or my Facebook page and others in this realm, we're all talking about a difference in the atmosphere. I call it the shift, that causes a lot of different side effects. And what it is our frequency is not meshing with the frequency of the earth, and the frequency of the earth is actually changing. So, some people want to say it's like this, it's the age of Aquarius. It's like we're all collectively raising our consciousness, and I disagree. I do not believe that's what it is. Now, I'm all for raising our consciousness and being closer to God, and I believe that that should be our number one priority every day, no matter what's going on. Should be first thing in the morning, gratitude, lift up yourself to God, all of that, and keep your vibration high. It's more than positive thinking. That just really drives me crazy. Yes, as a man thinketh, he is, but there's more to it than that. There are other forces. They're the same people that teach just that alone are also the people that don't explain the rest of it, that don't explain why bad things happen when, to an infant who hasn't had time to do anything. Why all kinds of evil happens in this world, and that as a man thinketh does not cover that, because you could be going around positively thinking about everything and be attacked, because that's what happens in this world. And I don't mean to be a negative Nancy. Anyway, off on another subject. I'm very, very sorry that I did that. I'm very sorry. I'm going to go back to this energy. Okay, so we all have been around that one person that just by being around them, you feel drained, you feel tired, you feel maybe angry or irritated. And you're like, what's going on? I didn't do anything. Oh, yeah, I was around so-and-so, Or the opposite. You meet somebody, and just by being around them, you could be having a bad day, and just by being around them, you're lifted up. That's what happens when we fall in love. There's actually endorphins that are released. It's what happens when we witness, when we perform, or when we receive a random act of kindness. It actually lifts you up. And it's an energy thing. See, I was just trying to explain to this girl the other day about energy. A lot of my clients, it's funny because because I have been living this way for so long. I was born into this, and I went down the wrong path. I did. I went down the wrong path. I keep saying I'm going to share my testimony, but it's so long. I don't know. I'd have to make a documentary or something out of it. Maybe I'll get some people to act or whatever. Who do you think should play me? I don't know. I don't know. Sandra Bullock, maybe? Wouldn't that be cool? Nah. What's the other one's name? What's her name? Julia Roberts. Do you know that I have a friend named Julie Roberts? Isn't that funny? Can you imagine going through life with that name? But she's just as beautiful as Julia Roberts. Anyway, enough of that stuff. Anyway, I did go down the wrong path for a while, which is why I'm always hammering it in on how easy it is to be... See how we got interrupted? How easy it is to be deceived, and how easy it is to get suckered into that, especially when you're seeking spiritual answers, you're seeking spiritual guidance, because anything that comes from the dark side, the enemy, usually feels good at first. See, when God gives you something, it's great. All good things come from the Lord. But the devil can what he does is he doesn't create anything. He takes God's creation and he twists it, and he can make it feel really good initially, but it's always going to fall apart. With God, it's not going to fall apart. If it's a gift of God, it's not going to fall apart. So anyway, and sometimes we have to wait a little longer for it, because God's more concerned with your character and your soul and your eternity than he is with your bank account or your position or anything like that. Okay, so I was talking about, okay, so we had, some of us have the symptoms of the shift, which are headaches, fatigue, joint pain, differences in sleep patterns, relationships, communication breakdown, that sort of thing. But there's also something else going on. And with this shift, a lot of negative has been released. People are, I have noticed that you can it's like a clear line has been drawn between those that are asleep, those that are awake, those that are awake or trying to wake up and being led astray, those who willfully are being led astray, those who willfully sleep, and those who claim to get it or claim to be on the path to enlightenment or claim to be, a believer and on the road, on the road to good. None of us are perfect. We're all sinners. But the truth is it's coming forward. It can't be hidden anymore. It's as if we're all being prepared for something, and the truth is coming to the surface. So if your heart is black, or if your heart is full of greed, or if you're being led by the spirit of pride or control, if you're, whatever that is, self-centeredness, it's being brought to the surface. It's not as easy to hide anymore. And if you are working on your vibration, staying close with God, keeping your spiritual life as the most important thing, your discernment's getting better and you're able to see this in people. And yeah, it's heartbreaking, but it's a good thing to be able to see it in people. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is beyond like that. Okay, so we have the symptoms of the shift. That's one thing. And we all seem to be more sensitive to energy now, even if you never were before, unless you're, sleeping or willfully sleeping or whatever. And when I say that, I mean, you're just going about your life, worried about you and your circle, your bubble, and go to work, come home, go do whatever you have to do, go out, play, whatever, not worry, not sense anything, not worry about anything. Now, worry's the wrong word because you shouldn't be worrying, but don't concern yourself with anything else. But there is something now, we all have an energy field around us. It's called our aura. And some people can see auras. I know two sisters, they can see auras. And as they opened up, they could see more clear. And they help a lot of people with like physical ailments and that kind of thing through that. But as we go through our day, this is another reason why it's so important to keep yourself protected and to protect yourself. It's not a hard thing to do. People think it's so difficult, like tell me step by step. It really is more your intent and your belief. So I used to have a boss that went, that's it, done. It's just like envision this God protecting you. Don't allow any negative energy in, and just picture like a shield, okay? But as we go about our day, we meet different people, we shake hands, we hug, we talk to people, we talk to strangers, we talk to family, friends, loved ones. If you are a business person, you talk to a lot of different people. If you work in the public sector, you talk to a lot of different people. Even if you don't, even if you work at home or whatever, you're still going to go out and interact with people. You're still going to be out and about. You're going to go to different places. There are low vibrational places, like say a bar or whatever. Different places are lower vibration. So if you're hanging out in those places, then you really gotta add more protection. If you're hanging out in those places, you might want to look at what's going on with you but that's another video altogether. But just about a regular day, just going to work, going out, with the wife or kids or husband and kids and whatever. There is a lot of negative energy that's been released, more so than ever. Now, there's been negative and positive, good, bad, evil, and good, godly angels and demons since the beginning of time, long before we were here. But recently, I don't know if the veil just got so thin that the protection is less, or if more have been released, or whatever. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I know that there's more, and that people are showing it. I mean, just look around at what's going on in the Western world and the Eastern world, all over the place. So what happens? It's called black, as some people call it, like the black energy. Some people, I don't know. I don't know what other people call it. But it's like a black energy. It's like a dark energy that surrounds you. And if you could put on spiritual eyes, you would see that it's there. And what it does is, if you're having these symptoms, you might want to think about it. Think about fixing this. You could be irritated and angry and not sure why. And there are other reasons for that too, but it could be this. So, just like a doctor, go through all different things, start just like a mechanic, start with the easiest thing first. So different mood swings. You could get headaches. Vision could become blurred. Fatigue or lethargy, you just feel so lethargic, like more than just tired from a long day's work. Things just keep happening, negative things. Communication breakdown, you're not able to communicate. People start treating you negatively. That could go along with the shift too, and people, showing who they are. But if you're having these kinds of symptoms and you feel, the biggest one is like the fatigue and the mood, you may be sad, or you may be angry and you're not sure why, there's no reason to be. And then the other one is like that feeling like you're walking through like quicksand or mud or something similar, and you're just like, even to get up and go to the bathroom, wash the dishes, go to work, and you're just like, oh my goodness, it takes everything I have just to do this. Now, if you don't have a medical problem, although negative energy can cause a medical problem, but if you don't have a reason for this, if this has been happening to you and you're like, wait a minute, I shouldn't be this tired, or why is it so difficult to get anything done? I can't, and when you do go to do something happens, you get interrupted, or you just can't get it right, or whatever. It could be this black energy. So, and like I said, if you had spiritual eyes, you'd see it. It's like a darkness, not like an evil, but like a darkness all around you. It's like a mud, like a spiritual mud. This is Oliver. I don't know if you can see him. Let's see if I can. Oliver. I love my animals. If you haven't figured that out yet. Anyway. I think he's going to make the jump. There he goes. So try this. Salt. Just salt. Not iodized salt, but sea salt. You can get it right at the grocery store. You can use Himalayan salt. Doesn't have to be. It can be just regular sea salt. It can be the sea salt rocks. It can be fine. It can be whatever you have in your cupboard, or whatever is easily accessible. Another symptom is if your feet hurt. I mean hurt, not just sore from like standing, but they hurt, and there is no reason. That's another symptom. Put your feet in it, just enough to come up like mid-calf. Fill it with warm enough water that is comfortable for you. If you like it cold, if you like it warm, whatever. To mid-calf, okay? And then add 2 tablespoons of sea salt, okay? And put your feet, go in a place where you can be quiet and pray. put, sit somewhere, put your feet in the bucket, which would feel good anyway, and, pray that all negativity is removed and that you don't want any negativity, evil, anything but godly energy to enter. You want it all to be flushed out. If you have the time or the energy, you can also do this in a bathtub. So instead of the bucket, fill the bathtub with water that's comfortable temperature for you. And I would add like 4 tablespoons if you're going to do a whole bathtub. Sit there for like 10-15 minutes. Don't go any longer than that. And if while you're doing this, the water gets a little discolored, or all of a sudden it starts to smell, or it gets cloudy or anything like that, no need to panic, no need to worry. That's just that negative black energy coming off. And if it doesn't happen, don't worry. It doesn't mean it's not working. Okay, but make sure that you pray, you connect with God while you're doing this. And then when you're done, you want to, take your feet out or your body out, whichever way you did it. Have a special towel, wipe yourself off, dry yourself off. If it's in the bathtub, wash out the bathtub, rinse it all out, get all of it out. If it's the bucket, dump out the bucket, rinse out the bucket, get all of it out. Wash the towel separately from the other clothes. Or if it's a junk towel, throw it away. You should feel a lot more energized. Do a little protection, and you'll get rid of that dark energy. If this has happened to you, don't take it like you've done anything wrong. You just open and it attached, okay? And it's not an intelligent entity that I'm talking about. This is just dark black energy, and it's everywhere. It's kind of like walking through like an oil refinery and getting like an explosion, and you walk out and you get or in a fire and you walk out, you get all that dark soot all over you. It's just like that. And salt is also a good protector for your doorways, your windows. Some people even leave a bowl or a glass of salt water in their home if they feel like something negative is there. Give it a shot. Why not? It can't hurt you, and it will help you. All right, you guys, take care. I'll see you in the next video, okay? In the meantime, stay connected, okay? There's where your peace is going to come from. So many people say it's in here. It's only in here if he's in here, okay? Your peace comes from there. The world is not all about you. Don't get so offended so easily. Walk in love, because you could do so many good things, and if there's no love behind it, they're no good. All right, guys. God bless you all. I'll talk to you in the next video.